Hello, happy Friday. Hello from my backyard. I don't know how long I'm gonna be out here because it is blazing. The sun is sunning. It's about to burn up. So I was like, I'm gonna go live. I want to check in, but I want to check in from outside and just finished having some coffee. Like we went late last night. And I'm also hoping that my reception is cool. That's another thing I just realized. So let me just do a couple of checks real quick, and I'm going to jump into some updates, recap, and some important announcements. So I just want to just make sure that this is, yeah, discard. This is showing, and that y'all could see it. Let me know if you can see it. Let me know if you're watching. Let me know if you can see it. Let me know if you're watching. Okay, sounds good. All right, I'll make this quick. Last night we went 3 hours, over 3 hours. And so it was not intended to be that long. So if y'all watching a replay and I'm like, this is going to be about a 90-minute presentation, you could just say lies. It's way longer. But based on the feedback, I think that it was received, that the information was well received. So you let me know though, because I can't speak for you. But we did, for those who registered, and you're going to get that replay link because you didn't get a chance to watch it last night. Yeah, so I am still recovering because some emails that were supposed to go out to the webinar participants didn't go out as it was intended. So I was up pretty late trying to get things working. So there's emails that have gone out. Check it because it is a time limited opportunity and bonus that is going to end tonight. So if you are interested, also y'all all have in your other emails, y'all have the workbook. And so the workbook also has the last page. It has some announcements. It also has some information about the program and courses. So if you didn't get a chance, but you want to quickly see some things, you can just get your workbook and look at it. If you're watching this and you've tuned into the webinar, comment and let me know. Sometimes the comments don't show though. It'd be good if you test it out and say hi. And it's not a lot of people on right this moment. But I do want to give you some quick updates because this is time sensitive information. So if you did watch the webinar, you already know, and you watched to the end, or came back towards the end, you know the deal about what is expiring today. We are opening enrollment on the 16th for the public. It opens up on the 15th for the wait list. The wait list always has special like bonuses. Those who were like, I want to be in the program, I'm on a wait list. I've been waiting patiently. I've been tuning into everything. I'm ready to go. There's like a special opportunity for you. Like I already know I want to join and be a part of this community. So there's a wait list only. Oh, that opens up on Monday. Tuesday's public enrollment opens up Tuesday the 16th. Tuesday the 16th. There's going to be emails going out to the mass email list. So they're always special incentive for people that are already in. Excuse how I look, y'all. I just, not all fancy and dressed up. I wanted to recap and make sure I got this info out because time sensitive. Because the thing is, there's so many people that inquire about enrollment in the off periods, or they'll join. There's ways to join, but I always want to let people know when I hear like, oh, do you have any discounts? Do you have any incentives? Can you get more bang for your buck? This is the opportunity to get more bang for your buck. And I hate to see people miss it. And it always happens that people say, I'm going to enroll after everything closes. And it's just like they end up either paying double or they don't enroll because they like, oh man. So it's, we are a online training program. So, there's opportunities always to enroll. It's not about selling. It's about, I'm letting y'all know there's an opportunity that might work for you if you already have attended all the free workshops and info sessions and you already see the value in the program, right? So I'm not trying to convince a value. I'm just sharing your information and letting y'all know there's opportunity. So we will open up public enrollment on Tuesday. I'm going to start sending those emails we're going to start going out, letting people know. A lot of people have jumped on the wait list even yesterday. And every moment I'm getting inquiries about, are there pros for that have gone through your program? I'm looking for someone here. I'm looking for someone there. This prime opportunity right now with this program. And if y'all attended the webinar last night, I went in like I never went in before, ever. I went in on things I guess I had to warm up to say, but we went and defined even how you want to even term what microlocks is and what their standards are, what the red flags are to look for in pros, how this niche is even different from traditional, those who are very highly skilled in traditional locks know very little about this niche, and how mastering it and really understanding it is something that is a whole different set of knowledge and skills. And so, and I've had a lot of very established locticians tell me, extremely, these are the people on my radar for doing education for our network and styling. They've won awards. They'll say, I don't deal with those small locks. I don't know very much about them. So it is not, I think a lot of people know, who are professional locticians, understand that there's a lot to be learned about how hair locks in various ways and on various size levels and on various tools. There's so much. It's more than just watching a video tutorial or Googling something randomly and learning a rotation, but leaving I'm actually recapping some of what we talked about last night. And I went into it really, really deep. But one thing I want to say on a public platform is be cautious of doing something on only a part of your hair and another thing on another part of your hair, and not mastering the technique that you're using to maintain to do the whole entire lock. Because that's what people are falling short with repair. That's what people are falling short with, the inconsistency and the low quality, the big triple size of what they really intended, the hair loosening. They'll work with it, but it's like, if that's not what you intended, don't do the formula that's going to get you that result. Let's talk about the formula that's going to get you what you really, truly want. And so we went in and I had visuals and I put a lot into it, and I appreciate so much the feedback. Thank y'all I was actually surprised. I was just, going and the way the engagement, there's a lot of first. I've never had, there's like people that register, and there's people that actually attend, and then there's people that attend all the way to the end. There's certain percentages that you look at when you are doing like webinars and things where people have to register. And this was the highest, not necessarily the highest registration rate, but the highest from people that clicked on the registered, and people that registered that actually attended, and people that attended that actually watched, at least 75%. I couldn't believe that at hour 3, we still had people. I mean, that's the time I thought people would be like, all right, I'm done. So that got me saying, first of all, thank y'all for sticking through. And I really was trying to make it 90 minutes, but I hadn't even shown you half the visuals, half the video at that point. And so I love that there's a replay, and I love that you could click off and click back on if you decided that you wanted to come back. You have access to the replay only until Monday. It is a time limited replay. So if you missed any part of it, but that's just one thing I noticed. And also the topic, the way that I discussed things last night was it felt good to be just completely honest. Because I think sometimes, I don't know who's like me, but sometimes you don't want to share information that you think people might get mad. Sometimes I don't even know people would get upset with, but it's also realizing that the audience wasn't taking it as an attack, but as info. That's amazing, because that's how we will get the results we want. Not in defense mode, not in, she's trying to tell me what to do, but as a pro, I'm in this realm as a pro. So I'm speaking as a pro, and anyone else who has this really these professional backgrounds. I can't speak to you as a DIYer and say, oh, go try it. I can speak to you as I've spent 15 years hands on with clients and a large bulk of that repairing. So let's talk about what is going to get you, why you should think about doing something this way, why that's not really something that we would promote doing it that way. And I love that I was able to speak that way, because that's why I see people thriving and standing firm in standards and standing firm in fundamentals, not being swayed by fads. So I think I share with y'all, I'm a social work, but my concentration is sociology. So I'm like a sociologist. I study group behavior. I've been doing with my business groups talking about natural hair. So I can see trends very easily. I can see fads very easily. I understand the kind of psychology of groups very easily. And so I do see patterns and trends. I speak from that too. When things are glitzy and flashy for the moment, I guess I'm not swayed. I'm kind of the person like, I'm not going to do it to get a lot of likes. I'm not going to do it to tell you, to appease you, or to take your money. Because I also know what it's like when you're disappointed, when you want something done really well, and you wish that you have given that opportunity to get real information and not a flashy show. People who are of substance tend to not like I can't sit in spaces for too long that aren't giving me the real deal and trying to impress me. Don't try to impress me. Tell me the truth. Impress me with knowledge. Impress me with skills. Impress me with your results. Let me see your published work. Let me see how many people you've helped. Let me see how many people have changed their lives based on your information. That's the kind of mind frame we have over here. So that's why sometimes I just sit back and observe, and I have things I want to say and I don't say them because I'm like, I don't want to sound like Debbie Downer. I don't want to sound like I'm spoiling the party. I don't want to sound like I'm a hater. Most people don't take it as that, but some people, especially I think on YouTube, because that's the land that the DIYs thrived in initially, was reacted to some things. I said, oh, we can do. So I had to break down and really be honest about even the origin of the branding of Microlocks versus the terminology of Microlocks, and my role in working to create the branding of Microlocks 15 years ago, not the terminology. So we don't want something that's just has multiple definitions, that can provide inconsistency, that you're not sure of the results. Somebody could tell you whatever. People doing stuff with glue, and people just trying to do stuff for likes on videos. And when you have a firm rooting in knowledge and skills and quality, you can see through that stuff, and you see through it, and you don't get caught up in it. And pros know my wealth and abundance is going to come from me being an expert, not from me running on a bandwagon of a fad that's about to fizzle out. It's going to fizzle out because people are going to I think people start to realize with any fad or trend that it's quality of quantity. And so if you hear me, if y'all are watching, I know it's Friday. I came on randomly, but if put a comment. Let me go check, because it tends to be I can't see. And I actually wanted to go live on Instagram too, but I was just gonna go like real quick in my group, and I was like, you know what? Let me go live on a couple of places at the same time. It's all right, because it's Friday. Y'all are busy. When you watch this replay, let me know what you think. I'll make it short since it's not a lot of viewers on. So if you watched the webinar last night, watch it if you can. Devote it. Put it in there's visuals. I was gonna say put it in the background. You kind of can, but I want you to see the pictures. I want you to see the videos. I want you to see the quality. The comments, I can actually pull up some of the comments that people were saying as they were watching this webinar, that they can really see the difference of here. Okay, so the comments, okay, I was looking at them last night. Of course, it's not gonna let me see it. Okay, well, I know I could pull it up. Yes, I know how to pull it up. Okay. I'm gonna go back to, and some people were saying they were sharing their experiences. That's where the fire comes on. People started seeing me get fiery on YouTube. They were like, "God, girl, speak the truth," because I was always so soft spoken, and this is what Microlocks are. Then I realized How many people? We're not talking about a couple. We're talking about probably hundreds of people that have had terrible experiences. All that wasted money, all that confirmation to those poor stylists that they're doing, like getting the money for that stuff. It should be holding people accountable, keeping you on your toes to do great work. Because your great work has a person walking out of there feeling fabulous, has that woman feeling like, I can conquer the world. I can get through this divorce. I can get through being a single mother. I feel good right now. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I have this great, rapport and relationship with my stylist, because hair has always been a big part of our community, a big space for us in so many ways. Let's not taint it down with people that are wearing the costume of a pro or pretending to know what they're doing. And if and I love the people that are like, I have been doing it that way, and I'm not going to do it anymore, because I am seeing a difference. And I'm glad. It's just like sometimes it just takes someone to do a little reflecting real quick. Wait, why am I doing it this way? Like, you are going to get more money when you invest in getting a strong foundation than trying to jump on a fad and give people what they want. I couldn't believe I had heard that come from someone's mouth. I just give people what they want. Well, I can go in and say that I want something for a trained professional, and they'll lose their license giving me a BBL. Let's say if I had heart issues or something, or really small veins or something, that I didn't know, because I'm just like, give me what I want. How about you educate me on what it is that would be better and beneficial for me based on what it is I desire? Let's have those kind of building and teaching moments as professionals. Same thing with me as a therapist. Someone can come in, they can't come in and demand that I give them a diagnosis so that they can go and get some medication. I will lose all my license. I will lose the ability to earn income in that field. So I'm going to look at these insights here, and save and exit. Anyway, if you have any questions or comments, if you're watching a replay, say replay. Check your emails. Please, email went out this morning. It did not go out last night as it was supposed to. I don't understand what this. So there was some tech glitches. So I've been up late and up early to make sure that I put those links in for you. Boot camp is starting the 21st. So in about a week or so, we do have a cohort already formed. So we will have a boot camp general meeting. If you jump in on the boot camp anytime before the 18th, you will be in that meeting. It's a pre-boot camp meetup and info session. We will make sure that you have your logins good for your portals. We're going to make sure that you're good to go, how you can prepare for the boot camp, what you're going to get out of it, any questions you have before we begin. You'll be able to do all of that on the 18th, which I believe is Thursday coming of this following week. And I got here, I'm in the comment from the webinar last night. People talked about their goals. Some people want to maintain their own hair, know the right method to use, correct sizing and pricing. We have done it. Okay, I feel like I want y'all to vouch for what I'm saying. If you are a part of the network and have attended our pricing workshop, I put my foot in a lot of this, but this is also trends over. So how pricing has evolved from the pricing I was doing in 2009, the pricing that other pros were doing. And because this is a niche that it's tricky because of the variations now that have come about with people and how they define things and using subpar methods you can't validate a pro pricing on methods that are going to require a lot more work. That's really kind of an insult to do a foundation in a way that's going to require a lot more work and then charge the customer for that extra if you know how to do it. If you don't know how to do it, then they have to find someone else and pay someone else. So we're not talking about those subpar methods. We're talking about the ideal method that we promote and discuss. You can charge because you've invested into the program, into the knowledge, into the training, and connected, and you're getting referrals. You want to make sure that you are consistent in your pricing and getting a price that you deserve. And that since we have a network of over 100 and something people that have been through the program and about a little more than half that are certified, we can set our pricing trends accordingly to the quality of work that we're doing. So it's not about just random Googling who's charging what for doing what, because you don't know what they're doing. Sometimes you don't know their level of skill, their level of refinement and repair. Some people don't adequately know how to repair or refine. If you know how to do that, you better, be charging. Some people have cosmetology. Like, there's so many things, there's so many factors that go into adequately pricing and then feeling confident about that, because your confidence is going to go through the roof when you go through this program and you have this network of people and they're all affirming you. You're all affirming each other on the quality of skills that you're learning, and you can see it and you know it. You don't, what? This is how much I charge. And you won't have people haggling you, because they'll be like, from the gate, everything that impacts professionalism, you have demonstrated to me. We talk about it, all those other points of professionalism. And then you get your price. And we do talk about price ranges. So I give you price ranges right off the bat. You can obviously tailor them, but those are the kind of things that we talk about. We're going to revisit the pricing workshop and follow up and see how people have been doing, because you sometimes need to do an introductory price and then you need to adjust it. And so what are you looking for? How are you adjusting your pricing? Okay, because you don't want somebody to say that person is not worth it, or that person does not charge enough. Right? So there's so many things. I love having those workshops, because it is a workshop and you will leave the workshop with numbers. If that was something that you wanted, or adjustments to your current numbers, and you'll be like, all right. And you will feel, hopefully, and many people have already reported feeling like more validated now. Now I feel like I'm charging better. Now I feel like this affirms my worth, because we can be notorious underchargers, or we can have inflated egos. Some people, I watch a couple of YouTube, I saw a couple of social media. I've been doing locks for 30 years, but that's not, that wouldn't be sufficient for someone like me. I'm gonna give you my hard-earned money unless I know for sure. If I even heard about, oh wow, Michael Lock Mastery, if I I'm looking for a pro and I'm like, okay, I respect this whatever, and you tell me, oh yeah, I'm certifying and actively certifying Michael Lock Mastery, that adds. You don't have to explain anything. If there's people that are already coming in through already knowing that we have standards and what some of our standards are. They may have attended trainings. It's at least, oh God, 10K hits across the platforms, and the email list is already just at 8,000. Like, there's a lot of people that know what the standards, what we've been talking about, and people are asking specifically for it. So it would be very good for you, if you are in it already, to know your worth. That means that's worth. That translates to worth and value for some people, for people who it matters to, right? And or somebody might find out and be like, wait a minute, and this is what I don't like hearing. Oh man, I just paid somebody to start my hair insurances. Well, why haven't they invested in learning how to do the ideal method? What was the issue? Did they know how to do it? Because they're doing that to your roots, but they don't know how to do that to the whole lock. I'm gonna make these sound. I love making these sound bites into TikToks, and it further. A lot of other pros love to comment and say thank you, and so I will be voicing out these things more, and more people are become more aware of this, and think it's just very wise to just do right by ourselves and do right by people. If we're going to be charging, that's what makes my fire go, because I had to scrounge up my money when I first got my hair, and I never spent that much money on my locks ever at that time. And I put my deposit in 2007, and it was almost as much as my rent my full service price to do my own locks, and I had never spent that much. So I was just like, I'm so vulnerable right now, and if my hair gets messed up, it would have made me a little crazy. Well, a little extra crazy. I'm already a little. But so people say they feel amazing, they feel liberated, they would love to make this a side hustle. People would like to be certified so they can make money and have more clients and go freshen up their skills. People are viewing certification in our program as something that would warrant charging more and formalizing their business. My goal is to learn as much as possible. But there were some comments. Someone had problems with commitment from the locticians when they started their locks. well, someone had mentioned their loctician didn't know how to fix because they had 2-strand twists and interlock roots. Please, that's okay. Y'all watch the webinar, but that is one of the red flags. Like, if a loctician has to admit if they do not fully understand the scope and nuances of micro-sized locks. First of all, what are the definitions all over the place? And we break that down in the beginning, and how the intention of it when I acquired microlocks.com and microlocks and all the other microlock branding that I was acquiring, but my intention was with the branding of it and how I let it go, and how it has over the years kind of had all these different definitions. But it's very good to define and understand what the definition that people are using to define it, because that is going to really really help you understand how to move forward. So if you are clear on the definition of it, then there is someone said that the loctician didn't know how to fix. She didn't even do it. I don't know if she didn't know, but they left it, and it just kept unraveling. All they were focusing on was the roots. They didn't even know how to use that technique that they were doing to maintain the hair on the entire lock. And that to me doesn't qualify loctician. If you don't know how to address an entire lock with the same pattern and method, when on this small scale, so that's something I wanted to mention. So I'm gonna go ahead and, because I'm talking a lot and I don't see comments, but I know that this replay will stay up. Happy Friday, everyone. It's blazing hot. I'm about to go inside and take a nice cool shower and get the emails queued up. And those who were registered, I really, really strongly suggest that you try to at least watch towards the end tonight, because this opportunity will slip away. And then there will be another email with some other opportunities, but this is the biggest one for today. Okay. So if you want to take advantage of that, and also you could wait till the public will open enrollment, but it won't be the same exact combination that you have, because you showed an interest in the webinar. And also, if you're on that wait list, I'll stick it on the wait list. Wait list always gets better offer first before we open publicly. All right, so waitlist offers will open up on Monday, and public enrollment will open up on Tuesday. But this whole weekend, there's something special for the webinar people who are ready to move. And I got back to some emails. Some people are saying something about the payment plan. There's a payment plan, but the offer is for paid in full. But we have, I break down the program. If you even have your workbook, you can even see the main programs. I break that down. So if you're like, man, what do they all entail, right? What's going to be the difference? Can I do retightening? You can do retightening, and you can get certified in retightening if you want. I'm going to tell you, if the full training might be of more benefit to you, or maybe not. So we certify it all. We certify people that even have certification only option, which is much lower price, and they just want to certify their existing skills. But you have to be on board with our integrity, our values, and our standards. Make sure you do that before you give us your money, and try to submit photos of some twists. Like, make sure you really understand that, so then we can say, yep, you understand, you good, let's go, let's get in our network, let's go ahead and send a bunch of people to you as well. Especially if you're in a high need area, you're going to have this, a drop in the bucket with investment is going to return like 10 times more than that, probably in your first 1 or 2 clients. So, all right, y'all, have a wonderful Friday. Oh, hey, okay, I see one. I was just watching a 2-year-old video of yours and realized that you were, oh, really? Which video were you watching? Yeah, I'm sitting outside. I'm random. I'm weird. I like to sit outside. I like to do videos from random locations. And so I said, I'm going to sit outside. And I'm going to sit outside with my neighbor's dogs. I keep trying to come over here. Hi. Oh, wait, what's your name? Mark. Hi, Mark. Oh, my gosh. I was just thinking about you. Yes, it's been like 20 years. Look at that, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Where you live? Really? You should come over and say hi. I didn't know that you live right there. Let me tell my dad. Oh, my God. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. That's so funny. I'm right here because, yes. It's a whole bunch of different circumstances brought me here. Oh, I will catch up. I'm live streaming because I'm weird. I live stream outside. Okay. Wow. So you were watching the Michael Lock Ascensions? Well, yes. So in the webinar, I put a video of God, I'm sweating. Wish I can go to the beach, but I don't have time to go and come back. I've showed some video of some extension clients, and I also shared a video of one of our Michael Lock Mastery Extension certified pros, and she came to us because she had a nightmare extension experience. And then this is the reason why I started speaking out more about the extensions, because people were coming for rehab and they were telling me all types of things people were doing, and I said, well, I need to make the voice known that that there's the first extension client that is in 2009, how I evolved those techniques. And I noticed people were using old techniques or they were having unrealistic expectations. But I had the client that I did my first extensions on, she still has locks in her hair. And I always tell people, no, the extensions don't on there anymore. Her hair is way long. Her hair is beautiful. But we started them with 4 to 6 inches of extension. She had a short, thinning TWA. And that's why we did that with the extensions. And she didn't want to be known. She wanted to be anonymous because she wanted it to look like her hair. And so she's like my longest running success story, but she wanted to remain anonymous. So I only could show the back of her hair, but I have another separate extensions webinar. I will go ahead and reboot that again and get it out again and do it live again. We can go over that and what, because some people are, everything you have to take into consideration with extensions, hair type. And so things, back to the point of things looking good in the moment, things looking great in pictures. And one of the videos I showed last night was an extension after her first year. She was extending existing sister locks. And so I had to refine her existing locks and then extend them appropriately. So learning how to do the extension in real time to match an existing lock that you have to do refinement and repair on first. So it's just like a lot of levels to it. When she came in, it was like out. A lot of them were out, unraveling, puffy, and which was actually not bad because the way we were attaching, creating extensions, but also she still needed some repair, some things to make it all consistent. So I had to tell people that when they saw the video, it was just it looked like all you don't see a line of demarcation. You don't see 2 different hair textures. You don't see 2 different sizes. It looks like, even though when you know the starting point, you can appreciate where it is because it doesn't look as small as mine, or her hair texture is different, but I think that it looks amazingly better than what she would have had if she kept having her own line. So then in those situations, extensions are very beneficial. Yeah. Yeah, so like I said, I don't want to like to make these too long because I want people to watch it all the way through, because I start like getting warmed up and then I start going in. But I would encourage you, if you've already registered, like I keep saying, to watch it. So I ended up watching like an hour after while I was trying to do the emails, and I was sitting there like, what? Like, there was a couple of like, me going between screens because of the tech stuff, but I really spoke from the heart and spoke a lot of things that needed to be said. And I felt like, I love that it was received well. Thank y'all for that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna, hold on, I'm hearing the comments. I'm just trying to see what people were telling me. I have been problems with the commit. Oh yeah, we talked about that one. So yeah. Okay, so I pretty much said the comments I wanted to address. Thank y'all for the comments. People said that it was very helpful. They're ready. Thanks so much for the information. People are asking for locticians in their area. People are always asking for locticians. If you want to be a part of a solid network, then there's announcements that are yet to be made for this year that are going to benefit everyone in the network to continue to grow and maximize and build your mini or major empire. Like I want to see people win. I don't want to have a bunch of clients. I'm past that stage. I just part of being a social worker with a natural hair business is I want us all to win, and I want to have opportunities that are not in existence or not fully utilized for us to win. Currently working on a lot of things so that people have more and more opportunity to thrive and thrive at this well-rounded person. We need that. We need it. We need people who care about what they do. We need people who are invested. We need people who value investment, because that is going to help impact another woman when you're showing how much you are operating in such a evolved way. People see that. People see how you handle yourself. People see how you care about what you do and how you're winning with it. People see how you honor integrity and respect. People see that, and they're like, when they go to someone else, it's easy to see. They'll see it even more, and they see the quality of your work. And like, yeah, she could have just told me anything and taken my money, but she just told me this, and at the risk of me walking out the door. Yeah, because you know confidently that every person that's not right for you, there's like 3 or 4 more that are, and you make way more. You get way more value for doing things that are more in alignment than to try to fake or impress. Because people are waking up and they're not easily impressed, or they feel, or if they feel like they trusted someone and then felt like they were hurt by now you got emotional people that are like, she really, you got to be careful with these people out here, because they're just, they'll say that, they might even blast you in the spaces of other people. So intention is always good, and having the best intentions for yourself and the best intentions for what you do, no matter what it is, even if it's your own hair. You be a walking billboard and get all this great feedback because you showed, for yourself a certain level of care. And it matters. It's going to matter even more going forward. I just know, I see it, I feel it, and I see how people are winning with it, and really successful, and very quickly and very easily having this success, and not working against themselves and like trying to be, it's just like, I see resistance sometimes. Like some people are like, I've been trying to share just even free info. I saw somebody try to do a quote unquote microlock install, and it was an afro with little tiny like interlock roots. She had no idea how to create the lock, but this person had a big platform. I was going around sharing this afro and was talking about microlock, and I was just like, and people were liking that, and I was just like, is this a Twilight Zone? Because these aren't locks. They're just puffy hair. And I know that person's gonna go through an experience, and she's gonna be like, okay, how, after all that glitz dies down, she realizes that she kind of was really taking advantage of the person. Just, I saw the video, person was like, they knew what they act like they do what they were saying about microlocks, and I'm like, that's not even how the original, like the standard definition, like it's it's more to it than that. And you do know how to create a whole lock. I was just like, my jaw drops sometimes. And even if the person's intentions were to be evil, they definitely moving in unskilled moving in a very unskilled way to demonstrate that they did know what they were talking about. And someone could take that very offensively and say, you sat here and did all of this and said all of that, and look at my hair. Now, I can't get off what I want to get off. All right, y'all. Have a good Friday. Bye.